What is influenza? Basically, influenza we know that is common cold. It occurs annually in seasonal epidemic, and there may be a global pandemic as well. Okay, now what's the main symptoms we get whenever we have a influenza or flu, what is popularly known as fever, headache, dry cough, cold, sore throat and muscle ache. Okay, the complications mainly we get it. We don't get it. We don't see that flu. हाँ viral है, छोड़ दो 3 दिन के बाद ठीक हो जाएगा. But when being a practitioner in medicine or in a chest patient, we get only the complicated cases like bacterial pneumonia or otitis media or in severe dehydration. And being a chest patient, I get mainly in a complication that is worsening of symptoms of asthma and COPD. Now, basically why we are worried nowadays for flu? Basically after the introduction of swine flu recently, we are more worried whenever we see a case of flu. We are thinking whether it is swine flu or whether it is a normal flu. And we are worried and most probably after 3 or 4 days only, we get the symptoms whether it is a normal flu or a swine flu. As before that, it is very difficult to diagnose clinically or separate it from a normal flu. Okay, now that's why we want to prevent the disease before it gets us. Now, basically what type of flu we are handling? We are handling 2 types of flu, mainly influenza A and B, and also rarely we get C. Basically, influenza is the most notorious. We get pandemic mainly to do that. Okay, endemic and pandemic also. And basically, a swine flu is a type A variety. B also infects human only, and we get sometimes we get epidemic, rarely pandemic. Okay, influenza C, rarely we get symptoms and it's self-limiting also. Now we see why we should give an influenza vaccine. That is the questions when most of my friends or colleagues ask, क्या ये जरूरी है देना या लेना? So I always say that in America, like CDC has a recommendation for vaccination for every healthy person more than 6 months. Point 1. Now WHO also recommend the same but with little modification. Means those who are having some comorbids like asthma, COPD. My patients always gets a vaccination when he's enrolled, when he's healthy. Point 2, cardiovascular. Now we have introduced in the cardiovascular patient also having CAD or hypertension. Diabetic, definitely they will be get benefited. Cancers, chronic renal disease, chronic liver disease, immunocompromised patients having transplant, seniors more than 65 years, pregnant women and children from 6 months to 59 months. They are all recommended by WHO. Basically, secondly, healthcare workers who can transmit the disease. Okay, now we have seen the recommendation, those who can take the flu vaccine. Now, currently, what is the Indian recommendation? Basically, not included in the universal immunization program. It is recommended only in elderly, some pregnant women more than 26 years, healthcare worker, but it is not a must, it is recommendation only. And recommendation of Indian and pediatric also, all children with risk factors only. Now, what are the benefits? Sir, मुझे फायदा क्या होगा? This is what the questions when a person of my patients gets an influenza vaccine. क्या फायदा होगा सर? मैं लूँगा तो क्या होगा मुझे? That is what he asks always. He would be asking you also. Okay, then you can say that basically you will get less of the influenza vaccine by 60%. Severity of the disease will decrease, and likelihood of transmitting the infection is also decreased. Now, influenza vaccine also reduces the risk of hospitalization, pneumonia and death by nearly 60 to 80%. Now, after studying, okay, I got the influenza. क्या influenza vaccines हैं markets में? This is the second question when a patient comes to you and asks, sir कौन सा varieties है? लेकिन आप history सुन लेते हैं कि क्या है? Since 1933, the first influenza virus was isolated. After that, first monovalent vaccine A, then influenza type B, 1940, then bivalent. After the discovery of B, we have divalent. In 1978, we got the trivalent basically, having 2 influenza A and 1 influenza B strain. Okay. Now, How to produce it? How it was produced? First was egg was used. Secondly, now the first cell culture 2007. After that 2013 we got the first insect cell culture. Unlike egg vaccines have, if a patient is sensitive to egg protein, he can't take it. One or two of my patients were sensitive to egg. Unfortunately, I gave them that vaccine and they had a severe reaction. So, before giving any vaccine, particularly egg-based, you have to ask whether they are allergic to egg proteins. Whereas in Cadillac flu, we did not have to ask this thing. Okay. Secondly, the VLP have a very exact genetic match. That's why you have a higher chance of producing a better immunogenicity to the particular strain. Okay. And thirdly, I have told also. Now, secondly, live attenuated vaccine. Many of the times when we are not having this injectable one, IM1 or trivalent, many of my colleagues or friends ask me, sir, live vaccines de de kya? Nasal vaccines or mainly live attenuated vaccines they are. Okay. I always say they are contraindicated in asthmatic and COPD patients, particularly as they are live vaccine and they have the potential of even producing clinical symptoms like flu and worsening the situation of asthma and COPD. Therefore, I never recommend a live attenuated vaccine or nasal vaccine for a patient having particularly asthma, COPD. Even diabetic, immunocompromised patients should not get and cardiovascular patients should not get a live attenuated vaccine, whereas VLP can be used here. And for active immunization of adult against disease caused by this can be as indication, we know all, single dose, okay, once yearly we are. And what is the safety? It is very safe compared to egg vaccine, depending upon that is whether the patient is having allergic to egg. Point 1, live attenuated vaccine, it is also safe compared to live attenuated vaccine as it cannot produce any disease. Point 1. When I was in a conference, and that's why I want to share with you that I was definitely with the icon of here.